Hi, this is Russ Christensen, your host. And some of you older people may remember there was a fellow by the name of General Douglas MacArthur who said that old soldiers never die, they just fade away. And that often applies to other people beside that. Then, of course, there's very famous artists, and then there's very famous cartoonists who are, by specifically, I mean Pete Wagner, who sort of follow this attitudinal readjustment period from fame to on-fame. But what I wanted you to
and
do,
back again.
and back again, Pete Wagner, I'm going to show a little segment of one of his little things called Sour Grapes, the end of an era. So if I can get the engineer to show that little tiny segment of whatever he decided to want to show, because this show, I'm just I'm just doing this thing. All right, let's see Sour Grapes, shall we? Take a look at Sour Grapes.
I regret to inform those of you who have been enjoying reading my political cartoons and city pages for the past 10 years that I will no longer be drawing for that publication. I'm free!
I tell you, it's terrible to see a man in depression. It really is sad that a man like a grown man in that state of depression. How did you survive this, the end of your, quote, career, unquote?
I don't know. The beneficial effects of being lobotomized by my former editor.
Lobectomy and a lobotomy, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, if you would
Nothing
care to
left
tell
but a
us,
brain stem.
tell us the road to freedom. I want to hear about the road to freedom, the yellow brick road to freedom. Go ahead.
Well, I had, as of like a day after the Bush inauguration, I had a new editor who kind of followed that same mentality, who was very difficult to work with for the last 3 years. And I thought I might stick it out. I thought I might outlast him because I had been through 6 other editors.
And what's one more editor?
Yeah, and I had been there for 7 years.
Wow.
And
7
when he
years?
started, 7
Eternity at least.
Yeah, and I'd been through 6 editors, and I figured, well, this guy's going to last a year, you know.
Right.
So 3 years later, he's still there. And
Was he part owner of the paper or something?
no, I don't know.
No.
He's just kind of good at schmoozing up to the boss or
Figured
something.
that. Figured that.
Well, he actually he talked a good game. He was good at convincing the publisher that he was doing a good job, whether he was or not. And actually, the advertising department happened to be doing a good job. So there was a lot of advertising coming in, and the publisher, much of the American public, falsely attributed this to the qualities of the figurehead rather than the people who were really doing the work.
Typical.
So unfortunately, I happen to be, the non-beneficiary. This person, this editor, Steve Perry, his name is, would refer to anyone who had been there before him as the publisher's, quote, sacred cows. He was out to butcher us,
Yeah, okay.
He was out to make Big Macs of us.
Uh-huh.
So, but it was an interesting 3 years. He allowed me to do some very good things, which is why, another reason why I stuck it out as long as I did. Some of my favorite work, was the kind of thing that he liked. So, and then on the other hand, he had me insisting that I do some cartoons that were just awful, that I was embarrassed to sign my name to. Mm-hmm. And the final cartoon that brought the whole thing to an end was one that I didn't sign my name to. And if you listen to it's funny, I had our answering machine went off one time while I was talking to my wife Diane, and I was just tortured with this, cartoon, because he said, I want you to do this cartoon. And he dictated, do this and this and this, and I went, oh, Steve, that isn't a very good idea, and I really think I had another idea, and I, tried to sell him on it. No way. So that week, if you listen, I have that one tape talking to Diane saying, God, I really can't do this cartoon. I can't sign my name to it. It's awful. But what am I going to do? I want to hang in there through the elections this year. I wanted to get a nice round 10 years.
Yeah, right.
Would have been in the fall. I wanted to do the election, so I thought, I got to put up with it. I got to be tough. I got to stick it out. But what am I going to do? I just can't just do this cartoon.
Yeah.
So
I got the message.
Yeah. So I ended up signing it, drawing by Wagner, and then I put writer Steve Perry.
What was wrong with that?
I chickened out and I whited out the writer Steve Perry. Well, his nature is, such that he just wouldn't. He just expected to dictate a cartoon to me. I was supposed to pretend it was mine and shut up.